Hello and welcome to our CodeBook in the Cloud presentation. BIM, or Building Information Model, is in essence a data collection and management process. Over the past few years there has been a change in the way people want to manage the information collected, as well as a massive increase in the volume of data collected as part of that building lifecycle. The buzzword BIM has gained a new friend, the cloud, and this is a direct response to the issue of data management and interoperability. CodeBook can now be hosted within a cloud environment alongside Revit and associated BIM data. This allows for decentralized working environments and collaboration on projects within a centralized or decentralized IT infrastructure. The cloud can be located internally within an existing company infrastructure or outsourced to remote data centers. The solution, using Windows 2008 Server or above, CodeBook can be placed on application server alongside Revit or any other BIM product to allow deployment of the application over a remote desktop session using a web interface. This graphic gives us an overview of how this process works. We have our internal IT infrastructure and our office users. We have the internet and we have our remote users. The remote users can be situated on the remote site, working from home or actually on site, and whether there is an available internet connection, they can access the internet and through the internet access our internal IT infrastructure. And this is a joint collaboration, so it's one complete live working dataset. Okay, so now we're going to demonstrate CodeBook running in a BIM private cloud. We have set up a Windows 2008 server in the background. The first thing we have to do is open up Internet Explorer. So we can see we're already on the CodeBook remote login. We simply enter our CodeBook server URL. This can be a local URL or indeed a web hosted service. We enter our username and we enter our password. It's important to remember this user interface can be completely customized to your corporate requirements. So I'm going to select a private computer and sign in. So we can note now that we have a series of applications exposed to the user. We have CodeBook and we have Revit Architecture 2014. To load an application, we simply click on the CodeBook icon. It will now say this is a remote desktop application. Do I want to continue? So click connect. And then it will ask us for our password. And we see now CodeBook is loaded and it behaves exactly the same as a normal desktop application. We can browse for a project, create a new project, or switch to SQL Server. So we're going to select our pre-existing project and click Open. And we can see that Project Explorer responds exactly the same way. The user interface is exactly the same as you'd expect from a desktop application. We can also see that there's no hit in terms of load times for opening up CodeBook forms or displaying our FF&E information. If we were to launch Revit now in exactly the same manner, it'd behave exactly the same and CodeBook would talk to a Revit session as it would do as a desktop application. So, what are the benefits of this? Well, CodeBook in a BIM cloud has some considerable benefits. Hardware costs. High specification PCs are no longer needed per user, as the processing of the application, such as Revit, is offloaded to the application server. Remote working. Location no longer matters to the end user. As long as there is an internet connection or a network connection, the user has access to the dataset. Support times. As hardware remains consistent for each user session, troubleshooting issues is much easier. And finally, collaboration. Datasets are no longer needing to be split per office, and complex merging processes are avoided, as this data is available for all users in a centralized location. That concludes this presentation. If you have any questions, please contact support@codebookinternational.com. Thank you.